Happy Friday, June 3rd, 2022. I just got back from the dentist. Just a cleaning. I do have some work I need to get done because I'm brutal on my teeth. I tend to be a little bit, I don't know, self-destructive at times. You know, it's these atomic fireballs. I should stop eating them because I tend to start crunching on them instead of just, letting them, deteriorate in my mouth. I should just not even get them anymore. See, I go on these stints to where I get them, and then, I'm like, oh, I'm going to damage my teeth. I'll crack a crown. I'll do something stupid, And then I say, all right, enough of that. I'm just stupid. I can't control myself. I don't know my limitations when it comes to the atomic fireballs. So I went ahead and, man, this car sounds brutal. So I'm just not going to get them anymore. Anyway, got to get some dental work done. Not much, just a little bit. Never fun going to the dentist. As I went to the dentist, I try not to leave town or go into town much. I try to stay home as much as I can. I am fortunate enough that I get to work at home and I get to go out and walk the dogs, and once in a while I have a cigar. So that's kind of a nice thing. But when I do get to town, I check out the price of gas. And I don't have to get much gas or diesel in the case of the Digibug that I'm driving because, it's like 35 to 40 miles a gallon. That's what I get out of it. And I don't drive a whole lot. Unless I'm going on the roadshow trips, then I'll take it a long way, and I'm thankful that I get 40 miles on the highway. But today I looked, 509. 509 for the lowest grade gasoline. It was 564 for the premium. The diesel was 519, surprisingly. It's been 519 for like a month. Whereas gas was way low. Diesel was high. Now gas is high. Diesel is about the same. I don't know. Diesel hasn't moved for whatever reason. But yeah, 519, 509, paying over $5 a gallon for gasoline, the cheapest 87 octane gasoline here in central Illinois. Absolutely crazy. It's gonna be a rough driving season for people. I can't imagine. Like I said, I'm fortunate. I'm able to work from home, so I don't have to go back and forth. I mean, there was a time, when I was working at Caterpillar in telecommunications, they called it at the time, going back and forth, I was driving, 30 minutes, so I don't know, it was a good 30 miles a day, and a little over that when I took the job that I have now a few years later. I was driving, it was like a 45-minute drive, and I had a little Ford Aspire that I drove. Didn't have a radio, had a door that was a different color than the rest of the car. It was interesting, to say the least. But I didn't care, and then I sold it, and the guy said, well, doesn't it have a radio in it? And I'm like, how did you drive it without a radio? And it's like, because I drove it. Girls are out walking the dogs. So I just drove it. I don't care. I just need to get back and forth to work cheap. I don't need all these luxuries. And if I don't need to drive it, I won't drive it. But I can't imagine driving it right now. The cost, of fuel, driving that, and what that would cost me. And, that's just money out of your pocket. That's money you don't make. Money you can't spend on something else. Money you can't spend on Litecoin. Now, I talk about Litecoin a lot. It's because, out of any cryptocurrency, and I've done my research, that's the one that I feel most secure holding. Now, for the future, I'm really kind of, if I had to pick something for the future, I'm really kind of leaning into Digibyte, and I always have felt that way. It's not going to have its day right now, but I think just like Litecoin doesn't have its day right now and it's about to shine, Bitcoin came first and had all the glory and, everybody paid attention to it. Litecoin is an improvement on Bitcoin, much faster, cheaper transactions, MWeb security, privacy. It's just a better coin, as far as using it as payments. It's only 4 times as many, so it's still a very scarce coin. And I think you're about to see that next wave where Litecoin really gets a great deal of attention and people understand what it's really about. But in the future, I really see Digibyte, once blockchain really takes hold, that will be a blockchain that does really well, I think. It's got the speed, it's got different algorithm, it's got a lot of different qualities to it, a lot of different projects can be built upon that and are being built upon that. So I think for the future, that's the thing that I'm most excited about. But you know, I do talk a lot about Litecoin, and you look at it and you look at the price and you think, this thing is just, it's gone down. I mean, in dollar terms. Now, if you look at a long-term horizon, no, it hasn't. It's gone continually up on the long-term frame. But, you know, just recently, if you've been in the market for the last year, you look at it, you think, oh my gosh, it was $400 a year ago, and now it's, I don't know, what, $65, $70? And you think, holy crap. Now, we're in a period of, it's possible that assets are just going to burn. And you might think you have something of value, and you really don't have anything of value. It comes down to, can you possess it? Can you hold it? And then can you do something with it? You can always, as long as the infrastructure is up, and it doesn't all have to be up, as long as you can get an internet connection anywhere, the Litecoin network's going to be up. Now, if we have a total Mad Max scenario where every power grid goes down, there's nothing left, well, then no blockchain is going to survive. It may survive, but just not during that time frame, because you can turn the computers on once the power comes back. But if it is that bad of a situation, then you better have some bullets, you better have some food, you better have some whiskey, you better have some barterable items. Things, silver, I mean, you know, things that you can hold in your possession and you can get immediate gratification out of it. You better have some chocolate bars that don't melt, because people are going to want to have those real creature comforts, because it's all gone to hell. If it gets to that point, though, then nothing else matters. Just surviving matters. So you better have water. I mean, at the shelter, you know, the basics. I don't think it gets to that point. So as long as we continue along in society, and yeah, the electronics still work, then digital money is where we're going. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I put my energy, my wealth into a blockchain like Solana. You know, any of these blockchains that are just created out of nothing, even Cardano. I mean, you know, yeah, he's doing great things with it, but I mean, what's the underlying value? Ethereum, I mean, you know, you sell these coins, you have a pre-sale, whatever, you know, so many of these tokens on the Ethereum blockchain had no value. It was just the promise of delivering something. It was created out of nothing. So there's nothing really backing it up. You can't replicate Litecoin, because it's been 10.5 years to where all that mining equipment has been running. All that mining equipment has been running and has produced those coins on a fixed schedule. You can't replicate that anymore. You just can't do it. So these blockchains that have, the proof of work blockchains like that, these decentralized blockchains like Litecoin, like Bitcoin, even Dogecoin and Digibyte, that have been around, Bitcoin Cash, I mean, that have been around for a long time, you just can't replicate those chains. So that proof of work that has been built into it cannot be duplicated. You can't just go out and create another Litecoin blockchain. It's not going to have the value. So I look at it from the standpoint of, it's not going to go away overnight. It's not going to be like UST. It's not going to be like Terra Luna. It's not going to be like these coins that just really had the promise of, you know, hey, we're going to do big things, and then died. Just got the rug pulled. You know, that's the thing. You know, everybody who holds Litecoin, everybody in the Litecoin community, you know, you can drive it to $20. They're not going to sell it. You can drive it to $1. They're not going to be scared out of it. In fact, they're going to buy up every single Litecoin they can get their hands on. And I'll be right there in line with them. You see, that's just the mentality and the nature, because we all understand what the intrinsic value of Litecoin is. You know, what's built into it. And as more things are built in it, as MWeb with security and privacy, you know, those kind of things, more privacy. And then Liteverse, to where you can actually put NFTs on the Litecoin blockchain. I mean, it's doing everything it needs to do. And it just works. And that's just it. You send millions of dollars for half a penny. It just works. You send the money anywhere in the world. So when you think about things that, you know, like a house that you might have paid, you know, $1 million for, $500,000 for, you know, oh, I paid $300,000, now it's worth $500,000. Is it really? Because it could just as easily go to $100,000. Very easily. And then it's illiquid. You can't get rid of it when you want to get rid of it, because it's dependent upon the banking system creating money out of nothing for the loan, for the buyer to buy it in most cases. And the cost of money is getting higher because they're raising rates. So I'd rather have my money, my wealth tied up in something that I trust and I know is just not going to go away tomorrow. I know that the developers can't rug pull it. So that's why I talk about Litecoin. You know, I'm a big fan of DigiByte too. I really am. I don't talk a lot about it, but because it's not at that point yet to where it's going to do the great things that it needs to do. It's just not at that point. It will be, and I have no doubt about it. It just might take a few years. Right now, I think it's time for Litecoin to shine. And DigiByte's probably going to shine greater than most any coin out there. It's just going to take time, though. I mean, it's been running for 8 years. So, I mean, that's a long time, over 8 years. Since January, over 8 years. I mean, that's a long time for a blockchain. That says a lot. So, I mean, DigiByte's a great coin. I love it. So, I see that coming in the future. All right. I can't talk too much. I got other stuff to do, but it's just, you know, think about the things that you hold. I mean, you don't want to, if things really fall apart, what do you want to be holding? That's really what it comes down to, all this that I've been talking about. If things really do fall apart, like we think they're going to do, you know, when I see gas at 509, 564, diesel at 519, it's going to continue to go up. So what do you want to hold? What do you want to hold? I like Litecoin. I like silver. I like DigiByte. I like whiskey. I like cigars. I like garden seeds, that heirloom seeds. You know, access to water. Those things that you need. Get access to those things. Have them in your possession. They will be items that you can barter with or use. All right. Happy hour today, 4 o'clock Central Time on this channel, and also Litecoin Lisa's channel. Search here on your YouTube, 4 o'clock Central Time. We have some drinks. It's a beautiful day. Might do it outside today. We'll see if the wind isn't too bad. I used to do it outside, so I might do an outside happy hour event today, so that'll be pretty cool. All right, hope to see you then. Don't forget, June 17th, Peoria, Illinois, a live meetup, crypto meetup. Come meet me, Litecoin Lisa, Mitch, J-Mac, Kent, St. Jerome, all kinds of people coming. I can't even think of all the people who are coming. So anyway, come check that out. Pretty awesome. Go to clintwestwood.net for all the details. June 17th, Peoria, Illinois, Whiskey City. Be there. I want to see you. I want to meet you. All right. I love you all. Thanks for giving your time. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Hit that thumbs up if you like anything that you saw. Thanks for taking your time and watching this. All right. Trust yourselves. Things are falling apart. You got to look inside. Trust yourself. You know the answers. Just listen to yourself. Don't listen to all the noise. All right. Have a wonderful day.